Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to the next topic of the same chapter, that is plant tissue and the anatomy. Okay, we have already discussed the meristematic tissue, all the characteristics, diagrammatic representation. Okay, so as we know that meristematic tissue means the differentiable tissue. Okay, so the most important part and the most absorbed tissues in the plant are the permanent tissues. Okay, so we will look brief for the same topic. So I have mentioned some characteristics. This group of cell has lost the capacity to divide and differentiate. मतलब जैसे कि हमने मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज में देखा है कि उसकी सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स थी, दैट इज the differentiation. It can divide rapidly and repeatedly. Okay, but in case with the permanent tissue, the most important difference, सबसे बड़ा जो difference मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू और permanent टिश्यू में ये है कि such type of tissues, इनके अंदर जो cells होते हैं, they don't have ability to divide and differentiate. That's why they are known as permanent. Okay, they are permanent, not temporary. You can say meristematic tissues are temporary. Why? Because they are short-lived. हमने पढ़ा था उनकी जो लाइफ होती है, it has a short lifespan. So clear? Point number one. Next, such type of tissues has acquired the permanent size, shape and function. Yes, correct. जैसे कि हमने टिश्यू का डेफिनेशन देखा था, व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ टिश्यू? इट इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ सेल बट हैविंग द पर्टिकुलर एंड स्पेसिफिक फंक्शन. ओके, तो सेम थिंग रिपीटिंग हियर. सच टाइप ऑफ टिश्यूज हैज द परमानेंट साइज, शेप एंड द फंक्शन. दैट साइज में भी डिफरेंट, शेप में भी डिफरेंट एंड functions may be different, but it will not change. इसके जो size है, shape है और function जो है, it will remain constant. That's why it is known as the permanent tissue. The next thing, after maturation, it gains the permanent morphology and the physiology. The important point, after the maturation, जैसे हमने meristematic tissues में देखा था कि after some time it gets matured, और वही जो मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज है, they are converted into permanent tissue. उनके functions अलग हो जाते हैं. Correct? So it gains the particular morphology and the physiology. Both these terms are being already discussed. The structure is related to the morphology. Okay, size, shape. And next point, the permanent tissue divided into simple and complex permanent tissue. जैसे कि हमने मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू में on the basis of what? Origin, position and function, we have differentiated into different categories. As same as permanent tissue can mainly be divisible into two parts, that is the simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Okay, up to the mark. Clear everybody? Okay, thereafter we will see the first part of the permanent tissue, that is the simple permanent tissue. जैसे मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू में हमने पहला पोर्शन देखा था, that is the origin फिर से तीन चीजों में डिवाइड हुआ था. What were they? Embryonic, primary and secondary instincts. As same as simple permanent tissue जो होते हैं, that is the first part is divisible into three different categories, that is parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. What? Parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, you have to arise your own questions from this. Okay, the question may be different type of. What are these three types? ये तीन टाइप्स जो है parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma, ये किसके हैं? सिंपल परमानेंट टिश्यू के हैं या कॉम्प्लेक्स परमानेंट टिश्यू के? Yes, you can arise your own questions. Okay, so in a simple permanent tissue, it is divisible into three parts, that is parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, got it? So first in this lecture we will describe, we will discuss about the parenchyma. Okay, let it be the whole question. What was it? We are looking for the permanent tissue. They cannot be differentiated and divide further. It gets the permanent physiology and morphology. Okay, thereafter the tissues acquire the permanent size shape. Okay, if you have a question for 2 marks, just give any 3 or 4 characteristics of permanent tissue. So just mention all these 3 or 4 characteristics. Okay, if you have another question that what are the different type of permanent tissue, explain them. Then you have to move forward. Yes, permanent tissue can be divisible into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Okay, in simple permanent tissue, it is divisible again into 3 parts: parenchyma, parenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Okay, so in this topic we will discuss about the parenchyma. Okay, I have just mentioned the parenchyma and sclerenchyma also, but in this lecture we will just discuss about the parenchyma. Okay, so here I have drawn a structure. Look it carefully. Look it carefully. I have drawn the structure of the simple permanent tissue. उसमें parenchyma का मैंने एक सिंपल सा स्ट्रक्चर आपके सामने रखा है. Nothing. Simple tissue जैसा है. Nucleus is there. Cytoplasm is there. Vacuoles are there. Cell wall is there. Intercellular space is there. What? Nucleus, cytoplasm, vacuoles, intercellular space, and thin cell wall. Okay, all these are the known organs. ये सभी अपने लिए क्या है? Known organs है. इसका हमने totally cell structure and organization इसका 1 by 1 हमने पूरा देख लिया है. Okay, so parenchyma, there is a structure. Now moving toward the important section, that what is actually the parenchyma? What is its outlook? What is its structure? What is its size? What is its function? What is its shape? All such things I have mentioned here. The 8 most important properties and characteristics. You can make your own answer from this one. Okay? So, in parenchyma, the first characteristics is cells are thin walled. In a parenchyma tissue, जो cells होते हैं, उनके walls जो होते हैं, where you can see in diagram. Okay, these walls are thin. पतली लेयर होती है एकदम walls की. Okay, next, इसका shape जो होगा, it may be round, it may be oval, it may be polygonal or elongated. Round, yes, spherical. Okay, oval, egg. Okay, I am just giving an example. Round, just a ball-like, oval, egg-like, polygonal structure. Yesterday we have seen polygon. Okay, thereafter elongated, मतलब stretchable. It can stretch and contract. So इसका shape जो हो सकता है. If you have a question from 1 mark, what is the shape of the parenchyma tissue? Okay, or what are the shapes of the parenchyma tissue? In a single click, you have to remind it that the parenchyma tissue may be spherical, round, oval, elongated, and polygonal. Got it? Third characteristic, that is the cell wall is composed of cellulose. Again, the known portion cell wall जो होती है, किस कंटेंट से बनी होती है? That is made up of the cellulose. In MCQs, such type of questions have been asked. What will be the question? There may be 4 different options for you. That in a parenchyma tissue, cell wall is made up of dash 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 dash. There will be 4 options: cellulose, chitin, amylase, amino acid. Correct? You have to arise your own questions from such topics. Got it, beta? Okay. So your answer will be what? Chitin, cellulose, amylase, and amino acids. So what? The parenchyma tissue की जो cell wall बनी होती है, that is made up of the cellulose. Okay, next point: presence of nucleus, cytoplasm, and vacuole. Move towards the diagram. Just move towards the diagram. What? Diagram के अंदर क्या क्या है? You can see here. The nucleus is there, the cytoplasm is there, and the vacuoles are also mentioned. Okay, thereafter the compactly arranged are in intercellular space. What? The tissue जो होती है पैरेंकाइमा, इसके अंदर जो cells होते हैं, they are compact, एकदम पास arrange होते हैं. In between two cells there is intercellular space. Here you can see. Okay, so there is an intercellular space also. Next, cells are distributed in all parts of the body. In a plant body ये जो cells होते हैं, that is the parenchyma cells, these are distributed overall in the plant body. Okay, thereafter it performs the multi-functions. Yes, absolutely, it will perform the multi-functions. How? Why it will perform multi-function? There will be another question for you. Multi-function क्यों perform करते हैं? What is the reason behind it? Yes, there is a reason that these cells are distributed in overall plant body. That's why it will perform function in overall body. And the last thing, that is, it develops the vascular and cork cambium. The parenchyma tissue. What is vascular and what is the cork cambium? We have already listed the vascular tissues. They are generally xylem and phloem. They are generally xylem and phloem. And what is the cork? What is the cork? Where the dead cells are present at the stem, outermost layer जो होती है stem की, where the dead cells are present, there is a foundation of cork and cambium also. Okay, so that is the all about the permanent tissue और उसके अंदर जो parenchyma का जो portion है. Okay, so you can note down, take a screenshot. Okay, once again I am repeating it. Quick review. Okay, the permanent tissue. What is the differentiation? What is the main difference between the permanent tissue and the meristematic tissue? So simply one main difference, that is the meristematic tissue can be divisible. Okay, can be differentiated into another cells, but these are permanent. It gains the permanent morphology and physiology, and it has a particular size, shape and function. These are the 3 or 4 more important characteristics about the permanent tissue. Okay, moving forward, the permanent tissue can be divisible into 2 parts. What are they? Simple permanent and complex permanent. Okay, move back to the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue में हमने देखा था on the basis of what? Origin, position and function. These are divisible into different categories. As the same as simple permanent tissue is divisible into 3 parts, that is parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, so in this lecture we are just discussing about the parenchyma. Here I have mentioned all the characteristics. You have to generate your own MCQs. Here is the diagram. Okay, so according to the characteristics, what? The cells are thin walled. In diagram we have mentioned there is a thin cell wall. Shape. If there is question, what are the shapes of the parenchyma tissue? So in a single click you have to notify that it may be round, oval. After that, where it is elongated. Okay, so you have to mention all these. After that, the cell wall is composed of cellulose. There may be another MCQs for you. What is the composition of the cell wall in parenchyma cell? Such type of MCQs may be different option may be there. That is chitin, may be there cellulose. Okay, amylase, amino acids. So your answer will be the cell wall of parenchyma tissue is made up of cellulose. Okay, these are compactly or tightly packed, and there is an intercellular space. You can see in the diagram. Cells are distributed in all parts of the body. That's why it performs the multifunction. Yes, absolutely. सेल जो है पूरे बॉडी में, पूरी बॉडी मतलब प्लांट की, इट मे बी लीव्स, इट मे बी फ्लावर्स, इट मे बी स्टेम, ब्रांच एंड एवरीवेयर. ओके, so that's why it performs the multi-function and it develops the vascular cambium and or cambium. Okay, vascular cambium is related to the xylem and phloem, and cork cambium is related to the outermost layer, which is harder layer where the dead cells are present. Okay, so watch it carefully, try to understand, arise your own MCQs, arise your own questions. देखो बेटा ये जो टॉपिक है इसके अंदर आपके नियर अबाउट 10 MCQs आपके कवर अप हो सकते हैं डिफरेंट टाइप। मैं आपको जो ये बता रहा हूँ पढ़ा रहा हूँ, यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन आंसर्स। अगर आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है कि ड्रॉ द नीट एंड लेबल डायग्राम ऑफ पैरेंचाइमा टिश्यू एंड डिस्क्राइब इट, सो जस्ट ड्रॉ द डायग्राम एंड गिव एनी 4 or 5 characters. It will be sufficient for 2 or 3 marks. Okay, got it? So watch it carefully. Okay.